There's a lie most men tell every single day. 2 words. You've probably said them this week, maybe even today. You say them to your wife when she asks what's wrong. You say them to your friends when they check in. You even whisper them to yourself at 3 a.m. when your chest feels tight and your mind won't quiet down. 2 words that slowly drain the life out of men in midlife. I'm fine. You're not. And that's what we need to talk about. Before we dive deeper, I want to ask you something. Where are you watching from right now? Drop your age and location in the comments. I love seeing how many men around the world are walking this same path together. It reminds all of us that we're not alone in this journey. Good evening, gentlemen. I'm Dr. Aria Brooks, a urologist and intimacy coach with over 12 years of experience helping men restore their vitality, performance, and connection, both in health and in relationships. And as we go through this video, be honest with yourself. When someone asks how you're doing, do you really tell them the truth? Or do you say, I'm fine, and move on? Now, I want to tell you why that simple phrase, I'm fine, is one of the most dangerous habits men over 50 carry. It starts quietly. You feel tired, stressed, overwhelmed, but you still have people counting on you, your partner, your kids, your coworkers. So instead of opening up, you shut down. You say you're fine, even when you're not. You see, women are allowed to talk about their stress, their emotions, their fears. Society gives them permission to express. Men, on the other hand, are taught to internalize, to stay strong, to solve quietly. But here's what I've seen again and again. That silent strength eventually turns into silent suffering. Every I'm fine you say when you're not fine adds another layer of pressure inside you until it starts showing up in your body. High blood pressure, fatigue, loss of motivation, a dullness that creeps into your eyes. The men who come to my clinic with low energy or intimacy issues, half the time the root cause isn't physical, it's emotional load. It's the years of unspoken worry sitting heavy on their nervous system. Your body keeps score. Every unspoken fear, every suppressed frustration, every sleepless night, that chest tightness, the short temper, the feeling that life's gone flat, those are physical symptoms of emotional weight you've been taught not to share. And I get it. Society's told you that being vulnerable makes you weak, that real men keep moving no matter how heavy it gets. But that's the biggest lie of all. A while back, I called my father. He's 72. We were catching up, and I asked him the simplest question. Dad, how are you really doing? He paused. Then came that same familiar line. I'm fine. So I asked again. No, Dad. Really? How are you doing? He laughed softly and said something that broke my heart. What difference would it make? If I tell you my problems, will they disappear? Or will I just sound like I can't handle them? That one sentence explains what so many men feel. That opening up means admitting failure. That asking for help means weakness. But the truth is, the opposite is true. Strength isn't pretending everything's okay. Strength is facing reality and having the courage to say, I'm not fine right now, but I'm working on it. When men bottle things up, that pressure doesn't just affect the heart. It affects everything. Your metabolism slows down, sleep becomes lighter, cortisol, the stress hormone, stays elevated. That hormonal imbalance starts to steal away the very things that make you feel like yourself. Your drive, your focus, your passion, your sense of purpose. I see it every day. Men who used to be full of energy now feel like they're moving through fog. They're not sick, but they're not well either. And when I ask what's going on, the answer is always the same. I don't know, doc. I'm just tired. That's what chronic pressure does. It slowly dims your vitality until you start believing that exhaustion is normal, but it's not. You might think you're protecting your loved ones by staying silent. You're not. You're just keeping them out of the part of your life where you need them most. Here's something I tell every man over 50. You don't need to fix everything alone. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need one person, one who you can actually be honest with. It doesn't have to be a big emotional confession to everyone. It could be a friend you trust, a pastor, a counselor, or even your doctor. Someone who won't judge, won't try to fix you, just listen. Because here's what happens when you finally open up. Your nervous system calms down, your cortisol drops, your sleep deepens. The body that's been braced for years of invisible tension finally exhales. That's not weakness, that's healing, and I've seen it firsthand. A few months ago, one of my patients, Michael, 68 years old, came into my clinic for what he called a routine checkup. The moment he sat down, I could tell something was wrong. His posture was tight, his pulse was high, and there was that distant look I've come to recognize, the look of a man carrying too much. When I asked how he was holding up, he smiled politely and said the same two words every man says, "I'm fine," but he wasn't. His marriage was on edge, his business was failing, and he hadn't slept properly in months. So instead of giving him another prescription, I asked him a different question. "Michael, when's the last time you told someone how you actually feel?" He sat there for a long moment before whispering, "I can't remember." That's where we started. Not with medicine, but with honesty. We talked about stress, nutrition, and how his body had been running on empty. I guided him through small daily habits, morning walks, journaling, better sleep, and a few key nutrients to support his system. 4 weeks later, he came back looking like a different man. His color had returned, his shoulders were relaxed, and he said something that stuck with me. "Doc, my problems haven't disappeared, but they don't own me anymore." That's what happens when men stop pretending they're fine. They don't just reclaim their energy, they reclaim their peace. And that's exactly why I created something special for men like Michael and men like you. It's called the All-in-One Men's Vitality and Intimacy Blueprint, a complete guide designed for men over 50 who want to rebuild energy, confidence, testosterone, and connection naturally. Inside, I share the same methods I use in my own practice, helping men restore vitality, improve circulation, and reignite both their body and their relationships. You'll find the link in the description and pinned comment. It's the perfect next step if you're ready to stop saying "I'm fine" and start truly feeling alive again. When you care for your body, your mind follows. The chemistry balances, the mood lifts, and that heaviness that once felt permanent starts to ease. I called Michael again a few weeks later. He said, "Doc, I still have the same problems, but I don't feel crushed by them anymore." That's the real goal, not to erase life's challenges, but to restore your resilience, physically, mentally, and emotionally. When men stop saying, "I'm fine," and start being honest, everything shifts. Their relationships deepen, their health improves, their sense of purpose returns. So ask yourself, when's the last time you told someone how you really feel? When's the last time you shared what's been weighing on you instead of carrying it alone? Drop a comment below and tell me one thing you've been carrying that you're ready to let go of. You might be surprised how many men feel the exact same way. Gentlemen, you don't have to go through midlife pretending you're okay. You're allowed to admit that things feel heavy sometimes. That's not weakness. That's being human. Find your one person. Be honest. Take care of your body, your mind, and your spirit, because you're not done yet. You're just getting started. And before we wrap up, I want to share something a lot of my viewers ask me. What natural supplements actually deliver results for men's health? After looking at the research and testing what really works, I've narrowed it down to 4 essentials. 1 for stronger erections, 1 for stamina and performance, 1 for testosterone balance, and 1 for prostate comfort. These are all natural formulas backed by science, carefully selected to work together for maximum results. I've linked them below in the description and pinned comment. Check them out and see how they can help you feel your absolute best. This channel is a safe space where men support each other, so share your thoughts below. Tell us your age, where you're from, and maybe one thing you're ready to change this year. Because as men age, this isn't the end. It's a new beginning. I'm Dr. Aria Brooks, and I'll see you in the next video.